Professor Lucie Cluver is the Professor of Child and Family Social Work in the Centre for Evidence-Based Social Intervention. Prof, welcome and thanks very much for giving us your time on 702. Immediate concerns, I suppose, can be addressed, shelter and food, although we've never been particularly good at that either. But the long-term consequences of this are extreme. Is there anything we learned from the HIV/AIDS pandemic, which had a terrible impact in terms of creating orphans, that we might put to good use now?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for inviting me to join. Well, the AIDS pandemic has not gone away, and South Africa has actually been at the forefront of learning how we can best support children who've been orphaned. And I think something that's really important to remember is that being orphaned doesn't just mean losing a parent, because so many children across Africa are being looked after by grandparents. And they're really at very, very high risk of passing away. But we really have learned that there are three things that make the biggest difference across the most outcomes. And the first one is cash, getting money to families to support those children. The second is making sure that they get good family and parenting support, coping with bereavement, coping with a child who's dealing with bereavement. Families need help in dealing with that. And the third is making sure that families are are able to get their children an education and get to school. And of course, above and beyond all that is making sure that children don't go to orphanages but live with families. And that's something that South Africa has taught the world over the last 10 years.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive Home with John Perlman
On 702.